Good morning, it's Meteorologist Jeff Gerber, and we're going to check out what's going on across southeast Texas. Also, I have the updated river levels for you, and we'll give you those here in just a few minutes. Good morning to everybody who is joining us this morning. Bernardo, you're looking at some of the comments where we're getting ready to go. It takes a little bit to get this up and running. Social media people tell me it takes a little while, so I apologize from the time we go and say we're getting ready to go live until we actually go live. So sorry about that. All right, let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I'm so over this rain too. Yeah. And yes, we are going to get some more rain, but not in the near future, but as we head towards later on tonight, going into tomorrow. We'll talk about that too as well in just a few minutes. Okay, outside, cloudy skies. We have a little bit of light rain, but not a lot of rain across the area. You can see down towards Port Arthur, we're in the upper 60s, and cloudy skies right now. As we take a look at temperatures, 60s and a few 70s out there. We'll stay in the 70s as we go through the afternoon. All right, here's radar right now, and right now we have just a little bit of light rain in the western sections of Hardin County, western sections in Jefferson County. A few showers also over towards, looks like the orange area, but this is really light stuff. Sprinkles, very light showers. If you go up towards the lakes area, nothing's going on up there. Here in Beaumont, there's a couple of showers around, but not much going on. Pretty quiet across the area. Like I said, all we have out there is really just some light rainfall. As we take a look at the rainfall, this is the last 12 hours, so this includes the rain we had overnight. And generally, we were seeing anywhere from about, say, ½ an inch all the way up to 2.5 inches across the area overnight. Some of the heaviest rain was up in northern parts of Tyler County, where up towards Colemanel, they picked up over 3 inches of rainfall overnight. Woodville about 2.5, 2.4. Around Beaumont about 2 inches. Orange about 2 inches. Lumberton getting close to 2 inches overnight. Silsbee 1.5 inches of rainfall. Up towards Newton anywhere from an inch, inch and a half. Jasper almost 2 inches of rainfall. Mauriceville about 1.5 to 2 inches there. Down towards say Mid-County 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. Down towards Sabine Pass. Anywhere from around 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. So generally, like I said, about an inch to about 2.5 inches across the area overnight, which is great news. We don't need another repeat of what we saw Monday, and I don't see that today at all, since we just have some light rain out there. Now later on tonight, we might see some heavier rains come in, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. We'll put the radar into motion for you, and you can see a little bit of light rain trying to push in from the south and west, but it's very light stuff. Not going to cause too much in the way of aggravating what we have out there. It's just very light stuff coming up from the south. That's about it. And then kind of the big picture of what's going on. We still have that area of low pressure back up here over New Mexico spinning around, and you can see some of these disturbances kind of coming around. We also have disturbances kind of sliding in from the south here, and one of them kicked up over South Texas, thought it was going to come up the coast, but with this other rain heading southward down here, it kind of shut it off, kicked it off. So that's good news. We don't need to deal with any more rain, at least this afternoon. Flash flood watch, of course, is out there till Thursday. I want to show you Futurecast showing some light rain all the way up to lunchtime. And then as we go into the afternoon, it keeps it fairly quiet, but notice to the south and west, Futurecast is showing some heavier rain starting to develop by late in the afternoon, and then it starts to bring in maybe some heavier rain as we get into this evening, and then going into the early part of the overnight. So that's probably our next chance of rain right there, late this evening, going into the early part of the overnight, a little bit like what we saw last night into this morning. So right now, at least some of the computer models indicating that's going to be our next batch of some rain later on tonight, going into the first part of the morning on Thursday. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. All right, I want to show you some of the river levels. A lot of folks want to know what's going on. We'll start off with Neches River, Town Bluff, currently 75.6. It's falling. Evadale, moderate flooding, right now 19.1, and it's going to rise to 20.7 by Thursday morning. Beaumont, major flooding expected along the Neches River downtown there. I don't think it's going to And nobody lives down that way, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal. But it's supposed to rise to 11.2 Sunday morning. Currently 7 feet right now. Saltwater barrier, once again, nobody lives out there. But right now it's 7.37, and it's going to go up to 11.4 on Sunday morning. Bonware, moderate flooding, 34.1 right now, expected to rise to 34.6 Friday morning. Deweyville, moderate flooding, 27, expected to hold right around 27, 27.1 or 27.2 for the next day or two. All right, Cow Creek in Mauriceville, expecting moderate flooding there as it rises to about 18 to 19 feet. Pine Island Bayou, Sour Lake, minor flooding there, 27.9 right now. It's supposed to go up to 28.9 by Saturday afternoon. As we look at Village Creek near Kuntz, 19.3 right now. It will rise to 20.9 by Saturday afternoon. So those are some of the recent river levels that we've got. I'm going to go ahead and post these again up on Jeff Gerber 12 News Facebook page. So if you want to look at those numbers again, I'll post them on there so you can see them again. Real quickly, here is the 7-day forecast. 90% coverage of rain. That's if we get those rain and thunderstorms to come in later on this evening. And then Thursday morning, we could see a good coverage of some rain if they linger into tomorrow morning. After that, we might see another little break Thursday, and then could see another round coming in Thursday evening. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. These little disturbances are hard to predict when they're going to arrive. Friday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, about a 70% coverage, but there'll be a little bit more in the way of scattered stuff. And then just a couple of showers popping up on Saturday before we finally dry out Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with some sunshine and dry conditions. So hopefully those showers on Saturday won't be much, and we can have almost 4 days there of some dry weather. All right, let me quickly look at some of the comments here. I was trying to do a fairly quickly Facebook Live for this morning. Just because it's pretty quiet out there right now. So let's see. Rhonda says, is the hard rain over with? Well, for right now it is, but there could be more, like I mentioned, coming in later on this evening. Let's see. I'm so over this rain, I know. Let's see. Watching from different places. Good morning. Explain why it takes so long to do the live. Orangefield, Groves, Lake Charles. I feel for you folks over in Lake Charles with all that rain you had. I saw a post from a meteorologist over in Lake Charles, Ben, over there, and he said Monday they had over 12 inches of rain in Lake Charles. That's the third highest one-day rain total that they've ever had. It's not just for the month, but for every month. That's the third highest one-day rain total that they've ever had. So yeah, you got to feel for those folks over there. Sun's shining in Brooklyn. Hey, how about that? Joe JD, I said hello up there. Port Arthur, same type of deal. Might see some rain this evening through the overnight, but this afternoon fairly quiet with maybe just a little bit of light rain. How will tomorrow's weather in Beaumont be? Once again, we might see some rain again in the morning and then clearing out a little bit late morning. How will Saturday be? You can see there on the 7-day, some scattered showers, mainly afternoon stuff. I think if you're going to be trying to swim morning, or you'll be okay. Maybe late afternoon you might be okay as well, or early evening. And tomorrow on the Finette area, once again, probably best chance of rain is going to be very early morning, and then hopefully we get a break before we might see another round. Maybe late afternoon or evening. That's kind of been the general trend here over the last day or two, is to see stuff pop up overnight and then kind of quiet down, and then see them pop up again as we head towards the evening hours. So how many inches of rain do you expect tonight? Once again, I think if we see this next disturbance come in, it's probably going to be like what we saw this morning. Might pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain. Some isolated spots might be a little bit more than that. It's really hard to repeat what we saw on Monday. Monday was just kind of a situation where we had one disturbance came in, kind of slowed down, another one came in behind it, and that just really piled up the rain. So with these next few disturbances, I just don't see that happening. I'm thinking more like with each disturbance, we could pick up a couple of inches of rain, not 10, 15 inches of rain. It'll be more like 2 or 4 inches of rain here and there as they do come through. So same deal for Fournette. You might see 2, 3 inches of rain late tonight. You might pick up another couple of inches of rain for Thursday into Friday. So overall, I think most folks could pick up anywhere from, say, 2 to 4, 2 to 5 inches of rain through Friday. And then things will start to dry out as we head towards the weekend. But that's kind of generally what we're thinking. We're not expecting to see feet of rain over the next 2 or 3 days. We're expecting to see generally less than, say, 8 inches of rain over the next couple of days. The high end would probably be close to 7 or 8, but I see most folks probably getting anywhere from 2 to 4, 2 to 5 inches of rain. Same deal with anywhere, Sour Lake, Jasper, same type of deal. When this stuff comes in, it pretty much covers the entire area. It's about 100% coverage when it comes in. So we, if one area is getting it, the other area could get it. Matter of fact, if you look at the rainfall totals from what we had this morning, you notice there's not, as soon as it pulls up here, there's not one area where it's like, 6 inches of rain. The other areas are like a half an inch. Everybody's generally between 1 and 2, 2.5 inches. So with these disturbances coming by, this is kind of what we're going to see, anywhere from an inch to maybe 2 to 3 inches. And it's going to be pretty much evenly distributed throughout the area for the most part, unless it comes in and it just covers half the area or something like that, which these disturbances are pretty big, so they usually cover the whole area. So generally with each one, we might pick up a couple of inches of rain. So if we get 2 or 3 more coming in before it starts to dry out on Saturday, you're talking about 4 to 6 inches of rain in some spots, maybe 2 to 4 in other spots, or maybe a few isolated spots more than that, 4 or 6 inches of rain. So we'll just have to wait and see as they come through. So how much more do you think Danby and Barlow is going to flood? It's hard to tell exactly how this rain is affecting up there. If they keep getting, if they get another 3 or 4 inches of rain tonight, another 3 or 4 inches of rain on maybe Thursday afternoon into Friday, of course that's not going to help the situation. But if they can stay, if you look up the northern end of say Newton County on the rainfall totals, they were less than an inch overnight, so that helped the situation up there a little bit. And over towards Jasper, they were under 2 inches. So if we get these light amounts for the next couple of days, hopefully it won't aggravate that problem up there too much more. But we'll have to wait and see. So, and yeah, Kelsey, we could see with these systems coming in, we could see some training. But last night's event was an event where we had a line of thunderstorms move through, and then back behind it was some light rain. There was no real training there. It was just that one line that moved through is what we call MCS, or mesoscale convective system, and it moved through pretty quickly. If we get those to come through, they usually move through. They don't stick around, and they'll drop a couple of inches of rain pretty quickly, but then they move out, and we don't see it sit around and pile up. It just depends on how they set up and move across the area. Right now, it looks like we'll probably just see rain, but with these systems that come through, these disturbances, we have been seeing isolated cells kick up some winds and some hail, and we've seen even a few isolated tornadoes, especially over towards southwest Louisiana. So as they do come through, generally just some heavy rain, but not out of the question to see something isolated with some wind with it, or maybe a quick spin up or a weak tornado. So that's not out of the question there. Right now, though, it looks like chances of severe weather with these are going to be fairly low. And if we do something like last night, we had a line of thunderstorms. We had more in the line of some wind with that than we did anything. So, yeah, it looks like as we head into next week, the first half at least of next week is going to be pretty dry. I don't really see a whole lot of rain coming into next week, not like we're seeing this week with the rain every day. Right now we're looking at Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and looks like Wednesday will be fairly dry. Just a small chance of rain maybe towards Thursday going into next week. So there are rain chances later on in the week, but nothing too crazy. All right. So I think I answered a lot of folks' questions out there. Appreciate you turning into this live. Like I said, right now things are fairly quiet. We'll go back to the radar real quick, and you can see there is a little bit of light rain that has developed, and it's kind of sliding up into Jasper, or not Jasper, but Jefferson and Hardin counties right now. But it's real light stuff, light to moderate rain, and we'll see a few of those showers through the afternoon, and won't expect too much in the way of any heavy rain. We could see a dose of possibly some heavier rains come in late this evening into the overnight. So that's kind of our next one we're watching. Of course, Patrick is going to be here this afternoon into this evening, and he'll be keeping an eye on what's going on and give you a little bit better idea of when this next batch of maybe some heavier rain will come moving into the area. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's kind of wrapping it up. Like I said, I wanted to show folks the latest river level and forecast updates, show you the current radar and what we're kind of expecting as we go through the next couple of days. Once again, right after this live broadcast, I'm going to put those river levels up on my Facebook page, Jeff Gerber at 12 News, and you can check them out there if you want to see them. I posted ones earlier today, so if you want to kind of compare the two, and then Patrick will be posting them, the latest updates later on this afternoon as far as the river levels. All right, I appreciate it, everyone. I'll be on KJAC at noon in about an hour, and we will be giving you an update on what's going on weather-wise. Have a great day.